morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Lori Stai, Velocity Wealth Protection, coming to you from the Phoenix National Network on this amazing Tuesday. It is that time of year. People are going back to school, getting back to normalcy, or maybe whatever that means anymore. I'm not really sure. But I'd like to talk to you. Our topic this month is finance. And to me, it is really important for us to be intentional about what we do with our hard-earned dollars. And on average today, most people are spending 76 cents or 74 cents of every dollar on interest and taxes. My goal is to help people turn that dial. What if we could give you more than 23 to 26 cents out of every dollar to pay your mortgage and for your kids and your food and clothes and insurance, right? So the other aspect of that is protection. And protection, when we talk about money, it has multi-levels, right? We talk about our assets, we talk about our legacy, we talk about being able to protect and take care of our families moving forward, and also generations in the future. So today I want to talk to you about multi-generational wealth. And what does that mean? It doesn't mean that we work our whole lives and make $1 million and put it away and leave it to the next generation. What it means is that multi-generational wealth means that we live comfortably, we have a great life, we do the things that we love, we provide for our children, we provide for our grandchildren, we get to do things that are on our bucket list that make our life full of value and interesting and fun. But it also means that that same money that we're using, that we're growing, can also move forward and do that for future generations. And here's the thing. It is possible, my friends, it is very possible to take a single dollar and do all these things. The other aspect of protection is, we're very aware, I'm sure. I'm very aware, a lot of other people are very aware that since 2020, COVID has come. A lot of families have had losses, deaths to COVID, and other things as well. Death is a very, very hard topic. Nobody wants to talk about dying. I get it. The fact of the matter is, it's our one guarantee, right? It's going to happen for all of us at some point, and tomorrow's not promised. I like to say to my clients, when they're saying something to me like, "Oh, it's going to be okay, we could do this next week." Well, really, tomorrow's not promised. I love to say, "Hey, do you have a crystal ball or a connection to God that I don't have?" Because I know that this moment in my time is really the one I have to live for. That said, what if I could show you, one, if you have a mortgage, how to pay off your home in 9 years or less without spending any more than you are now? Would you be interested in knowing more about that? I mean, I know I would if somebody asked me the question. That's how I ended up here in front of you, teaching you how to do the same thing. The other thing is I like to ask is, do you have a great retirement, or do you have some doubts about your retirement? I don't know too many people today that don't have doubts about retirement. On average, through our lifetime, if we start working at 18, at age 65, we've all become millionaires. We've made $2 million no matter what we've done, or how much, whether we've been in a minimum wage job or whatever that is. However, the average American today at 65 has less than $65,000 for retirement at retirement age. And Social Security, depending on that's who knows if it'll be here in the future, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. I mean, we've seen inflation. So how do we manage inflation? How do we manage making sure that you have a good retirement? And how do we manage to make sure that you have the quality of life today, tomorrow, and for generations to come that you deserve, based on the fact that you go out every day and work for that hard-earned dollar? So here we go. Really simple. What I show people to do is how to take $1 and use it twice. What does that mean? If you go to Starbucks and you give them a $5 bill for your coffee, which most people do, Starbucks, wherever it is you go, the grocery store, the electric bill, the mortgage payment, the car payment, once you spend that money is gone. It will never work for you again. So what if we took those monies you're already spending, and we put them someplace that they grow? This becomes your bank, but they grow exponentially. And what if you were earning interest on money you're using? That's right. So if you take that money out and you go pay your mortgage payment or you go pay for your vacation, it's still going to be compounding for you because it's referred to as an infinite bank. An infinite, if you know the infinity sign, it's closed. There's no gaps. So this concept has multi-levels of protection and can prepare you not just for a tax-free retirement, yes, tax-free as well, but it can also protect your assets and your legacy, your financial legacy for generations to come, because we do this through whole life insurance. And people do not understand the power of whole life insurance. This is not just a death benefit. Not only will it help you if you get sick, not only will it help you in a disability situation, but yes, it's available there for your family if something happens to you and you pass away. But in the meantime, what if that same vehicle was growing your money exponentially, rapidly, so that you could use it to eliminate your debt really rapidly, and you could use it to pay off your home really rapidly, and you start creating assets? How many of you out there really believe at this moment that you will ever own your house outright? Because every time, 30 years is a long time, depending on how old you are. Maybe you're 25 and you're going to pay it off and you'll be 55. That's a possibility. But the likelihood of that is pretty slim because the average American today moves every 4 to 7 years. So a new mortgage, that means a new mortgage every 4 to 7 years. So that mortgage will stay in place forever and ever. But what if it didn't? What if you had the asset of your home and you owned it outright? And if you move, you sell your home and you buy another one for cash. What if you had that ability? Because here's the thing. Remember, we started this talking about that interest and taxes. When we start eliminating us paying compounding interest to other people who are lining their pockets and eating lobster while we're eating mac and cheese so we can make that payment, when we eliminate that interest, we also lower the taxes. They all kind of come together. So we start becoming more fluid daily in our cash flow. We're saving thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of interest. We're improving our cash flow. We're improving the quality of our lives now, and we're creating a financial legacy. So Velocity Wealth and Wealth Protection is about taking today's assets and creating tomorrow's legacy. This sounds like a very complex thing, but here's the deal. About 65 years ago, a guy named Nash, and look him up, Nash Infinite Banking, he created a system through a whole life vehicle that created massive amounts of wealth really quickly, and that wealth was 100% protected. Imagine the market crashing and you continuing to grow your money. Never missing a beat, never missing a dollar, still growing your money. Imagine something happening in your family or some crazy person decides to sue you. This can't be touched. We are literally protecting and growing your wealth. So back to Nash, he created this system about 65 years ago for the wealthy of the wealthy. Let me drop some names. Maybe you know who they are, like Walt Disney, the Rockefellers, Berkshire Hathaway, Ray Kroc, started McDonald's, Doris Wagner, Pampered Chef. These are the people who have utilized this for the last 65, 50, 40 years to not just exponentially grow their wealth, but to literally become their own bank, to never be beholden to anybody else for money again. And in the most difficult economic times in our country, they actually grew their wealth more than when it was level. Imagine that. And that's because they could finance their growth when nobody else could, or when that was exponentially too expensive to do. And so people didn't do it. So that is how our market fluctuates like that. So imagine being in that situation. Imagine being in a place where COVID comes, God forbid that happens again, but we're kind of in it again. And work is a struggle, or your income is a struggle. What if you didn't have to worry about it? What if you financed your own life to the point where if you didn't make a payment, it wasn't going to affect you? You didn't have to worry about it. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about you taking back all the power when it comes to your financial future and that of your families and generations to come. So here we are, August, Phoenix National Network. We're talking about finance. And finance is a big word. But what I'm telling you is that one simple vehicle, one, can not just grow your wealth, protect your wealth, but also protect in the event of something happening to you. It can also make multi-generational wealth for generations to come. You don't have to sit here and work your butt off and not do anything just because you want your kids and your grandkids to be okay. Let's all enjoy the fruits of our labor. So it's real simple. This is a 5-10 minute conversation. We get a basic picture of what your situation is. And let me tell you, if you have car loans or student loans that you seem like will never get paid off, I'm the one that can help you do that really quickly. Student loans, credit card debt, doesn't matter. This isn't debt elimination. It is pay off your debts quickly. It is use your own money, use your own compounding interest to eliminate those debts rapidly, saving thousands of dollars in interest, and creating a financial legacy and a tax-free retirement as you go. So 5-10 minute conversation. We kind of take a snapshot of what your situation is. And trust me, this is worth your time. I am here spending my days, 7 days a week, talking to people, walking through neighborhoods, showing people how to build their wealth, how to protect their families, and how to make that dollar mean so much more that you work hard for. You go out and you work for $15 an hour. Maybe you make $20 an hour. I don't know. Maybe you make $1 million a year, but you still have to work for it. Imagine that dollar meaning so much more to you. Imagine having, a $100,000 a year income that now is a $175,000 a year income, simply because you don't give it to somebody else before you make money on it. So I am Lori Stai. I'm Velocity Wealth Protection, today's assets, tomorrow's legacy. I'm coming to you from the Phoenix National Network. I can be reached at 425-577-3050. Again, that's 425-577-3050. And my email is my name, LORISTAI0421 @gmail. Again, Lori Stai 0421 @gmail. And I would love to hear from you. If you shoot me an email, text me, call me, I can send you a little information. We take a few minutes, we figure out what the best direction for you is. But just imagine having student loan and cars or whatever it is that you have that you're looking at 7-10 years, 4-7-10 12 years of payments on. What if I told you that I could take money you're already spending and pay that stuff off in a matter of a couple years? That's the power behind what I refer to as debt-free life. So I hope you all have a blessed day. I look forward to hearing from you. Again, I'm Lori Stai, Velocity Wealth Protection, coming from the Phoenix National Network.